We're here with Dean Karnazes over at TriExpo in San Diego. Dean, why don't you tell us a little bit how you got involved with all this running?
I started running home from kindergarten when I was 6 years old. We had a third child in my family. I was the oldest, and I could see my mom was having a hard time getting me home from kindergarten with a third child. My dad had 2 jobs. So I said, "Mom, you don't have to worry about it. I'll just run." "You're crazy, you're going to run home?" I said, "Yeah, I love running," and it got worse from there.
You've done a lot of really interesting events, and a lot of people really don't know much about the ultramarathon sport. Why don't you give us a quick in-doc to what ultramarathon truly is?
Yeah, well, ultra in Latin means beyond. So an ultramarathon is anything beyond a marathon. And a marathon is 26.2 miles. So an ultramarathon might be 31 miles, which is a 50K, 50 miles, 100 miles, sometimes further than that. So anything beyond the distance of 26.2 is considered an ultramarathon.
When did you become what they call a pro runner?
I still don't consider myself a pro, but I took a leave of absence from my day job. I took a 5-week leave of absence to run 50 marathons in all 50 states in 50 straight days, and that was 2 years ago. So they keep calling me at the office like, when are you coming back? Your desk is still here, your computer's set up. I'm like, stop calling me. I've been out of work for 2 years and I love it. Yeah.
Have you ever had to battle through any major injuries since you started your running career?
Knock on wood. Yeah, I've never had an injury. I shouldn't say that because I'm going to trip on the curb now and break my leg or something. But yeah, no injuries.
What's been the key to your success in that area, do you think?
They say one of the best things you can do as a long-distance runner is choose your parents well.
Oh, yeah. Good gene pool.
Yeah, so my biomechanics are pretty good. I don't pronate or supinate, and I think that helps a lot. It's got a good, true, honest foot strike.
All the races you've done and all the places you've seen, what do you keep closest to your heart? What is the race that you will always cherish and always remember your personal greatest accomplishment?
That's easy. And I'll tell you, I've run on all 7 continents, run and raced on all 7 continents twice now. So I've traveled the world over. I've done literally hundreds of extreme races in every possible terrain. I ran a marathon to the South Pole. I've run across Death Valley, across the Atacama Desert, the Gobi Desert in central China, the Sahara. So without a doubt, the pinnacle of my career has been a 10K. You're probably like, oh, you run hundreds of miles at a time. What, a 10K? Because I ran it with my daughter on her 10th birthday.
Oh, nice.
That was the best ever.
So you came across the finish line holding hands
and together. And I was crying the whole way, brother. I couldn't see anything. Yeah.
That's I think influences like that with children, with the parents, is greater than having your kids trying to emulate another sports figure. When parents are involved in introducing their kids to the sport and bring them along to the sport in which they love too, and the passion is there. Wouldn't you agree that?
I couldn't have said it better. No, I agree, and I see it in myself. I see it in other fellow runners and triathletes. It's a great way to bring a family together. Yeah.
Your whole now, how many children do you have?
I have a son and a daughter, so 2.
And they both enjoy running?
I never pushed on them because I was afraid of the parental backlash.
Right.
So I just kind of thought, lead by example. If they want to run, that's fine. If not, that's fine. And thankfully, they both love to run.
So you have your own foundation. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. My friends call me Karno, which is a truncation of my last name, Karnazes. So I started a foundation called Karno Kids. And our mission is to inspire and motivate kids to get outside and get more active. And our tagline is, no child left inside.
And how has that been for you? What are some of the goals you guys, or milestones you've reached with your foundation?
It's been incredible. I've raised now close to $1.5 million for kids' charities, essentially. So I'm just a foundation. I raise money and then I pass it along, 100% of it, to beneficiary organizations like Girls on the Run, Kids on Trails, Try Kids. So I just take the money I raise and fund these great organizations that are getting kids outside every day. So it's just been really a rewarding, fulfilling foundation.
What do you see yourself doing in the future?
Running. My goal coming up, my life dream is to run a marathon in every country of the world in a 1-year period. So right now the UN recognizes 207 countries, and I want to bust out this global expedition in 1 year to hit all 207 countries and complete a marathon in each. So it's kind of what I got cooking.
Do you ever do the math?
I'm afraid to do the math. Yeah, I don't want to go there. Yeah.
What's, you're doing all this running. If you did the 50 mile, you did the 50 races in 50 days. How do you? You don't have a training day because
every day's training.
Every day's training. And the body holds up for the whole period.
It's amazing, isn't it? The old adage, you need a week of recovery for every race mile. So for a full marathon, you'd need 13 weeks of recovery, and I literally had about half a day to run the next marathon for 50 in a row. So.
Do you believe in the compression? Do you ice bath? Do you use like the electrical stimulator machines for recovery? Is it just a natural talent that your body just does it?
I love ice baths. I totally believe in ice baths. Compression socks when you travel. Chris Lito turned me onto those, so when you're on a plane, it's great. But during the 50 days, I had no time. I'd have to complete the marathon, hop in this bus, and drive 8 hours sometimes to the next city, and bust out another marathon. So, it's just relying on my body to hold up, and it did.
Dean, thanks for meeting with us. I appreciate it.
I'll run by